Hello, YouTube. I am doing a haul video that is long overdue, and I just thought I would jump on. I wasn't in the middle of doing anything else. I'm trying to pull out chat as usual. Let me see. I wasn't in the middle of doing. Here we go. Okay. Noisy as always. All right. So I have some light. I don't know if you guys notice. This is a third of my new light kit. I literally just yanked this out. I've had this light kit for about a week, and I yanked it out just to see what it would look like and how well it would work and blah, blah, blah. And it's doing a pretty good job so far. So I just have the one light come in over. It wasn't too hard to put together. I got the Limo Studio, I want to say 2400 something or other. I got the most recent one that Nicole State has recommended through her pages, and it was just over $100, like $115, including the shipping. I got it off of Amazon. So very excited about that. It's going to help my photography immensely. Anyway, I thought I have some stuff that I can show you that I've gotten. And I will go through some of that and then some of the other stuff that I've picked up somewhat more recently. So I'm going to start with stuff that's behind me. And let me see. This is stuff from all over. I'll try to remember where I got it. This was from a Salvation Army in Newark, New Jersey. So this is a mug. It's going to be hard to see, but it's like a little cartoony guy. And it says, "Are you demanding enough?" And then it's okay. And on the back is it's New York Times. But the reason that I picked this up, I mean, it's New York Times, so that's interesting. But it's an old haul mug. So that was a popular brand of pottery. And so I thought that the combination of New York Times and haul would be interesting. I have not found this mug yet, so I'm going to do a little digging. I have not searched. I paid 97 cents for it. So, you know, based on normal mugs, like I probably would just get it for, you know, I'm hoping it'll go for more than that because it's kind of neat. I'm going to assume I'm going to put it on eBay, but I don't know. I have to look for comps and see. You know, there's a lot of times where you're getting much better prices for stuff on Etsy than you would on eBay. So, I got these this weekend. Today's the weekend. Past couple of days. They're hard to see with my fancy new light, but there we go. So they're frosted glasses with horses on them, gold and white, very mid-century looking. These were 69 cents each. I mean, come on. So those are cool. I want to say they're by Libby, but I don't think so because there's no mark on the bottom, but whatever. They're awesome. I mean, for the two of these, I'm probably going to go on Etsy for about 10 to 15 bucks. Another thing that I got, and I'm going to have a little bit of a theme with this type of stuff today. I got these plates recently. These are what they call amethyst glass. These are from the 30s. These particular plates are a little bit beat up. You can't really tell, but they're scratchy. Hold on. I'm going to put them back so I don't break them. Anyway, this was by a company called L.E. Smith, and I don't know that we'll be able to show you guys here. Not really. Let me see if I can do this. These, hey, Emery. Hold on one second. I'm going to see if I can. All right. So, yeah, it's not really the same effect. It looks red on here. These have like a purple glow to them when you shine a light through them, but that's pretty much the only time they have that. They just look black the rest of the time. Oh my God, I'm messing all my stuff up by trying to be fancy over here. Anyway, these are from the 30s, and I've had a few of these that I've sold, not the plates specifically, but a few pieces from these lines, mostly teacups and candle holders and stuff like that. So they seem to have a popular following. I like them because they are from the 30s, but then they're black. So I think that they appeal to people who don't go in for the super cutesy frilly stuff. And I just love that the amethyst happened. So it's really cool. I forget what I paid for these, like whatever. So I don't know what I'm going to sell these for yet. I mean, these are probably going to go between $5 and $10, but one of the reasons that I got these, besides the fact that I think they're cool, is that because I've sold several of these types of pieces before, it's an easier listing to make. So I just copy the Etsy listing from whatever it was, teacups or whatever, and then I've got half the tags written already and some of the description and stuff. So it just makes it easier. It's it feels like easier money that way. I have a few things like that. Oh, did you get the teacup and saucer for me? That's cool. I love them. They actually had two different ones. One of the teacups had like it was very basic, like just plain black teacup and saucer, but the other one had a plate that sort of matched this, and the teacup had a little whoozy guy on the handle. It was cute. Anyway, it's sort of like easy money listings. It's not a haul thing, but I thought this was really cool. So I found out about this by watching Rally Roots. Somebody sent them gifts, and they were wrapped in these bags. And you guys may or may not know, my boyfriend is a sober coach. So he helps people who are trying to attain or maintain their sobriety. And he does that in a variety of ways, but that's professionally what he does. And so obviously we talk about sobriety and things like that a lot. And in my opinion, a lot of the issues that people with addictions deal with are very similar to just normal. I mean, it's similar to hoarding issues and to, any dysfunction. I mean, they're all very similar concepts, and there are actually a lot of similar concepts to most religions. So I think it's all very applicable. But anyway, these poly mailers, which I just think are cool looking, right? It says recovery art through expression. And then the back just sort of explains, like, the people who design these, I think their daughter had substance abuse issues, and then she's gotten tattoos as she's been getting clean. And so I thought this was cool. These, proceeds go to assist centers, and I just think they're cool looking. I don't know how some customers will feel about getting these, because I know some people have pretty strong feelings about addiction not being a disease and all that, but I really liked it. So, hey y'all, sorry, I'm trying to, oh, yeah, so Emery, those, check them out. And you have to hold them up to a really strong light, but it'll glow purple through. They're really cool. Anyway, so that's those. So I don't know what the poly mailers, some people may be offended when I get them. I have no idea, but I use them occasionally because I think they're cool. All right. We got a couple of these. This is another one, McDonald's mug. This was $99. I sell these on Etsy for like $6. And this is another one that I get because I literally copy the listing and that's it. This doesn't have any flaws, so I don't even have to take new photos. So easy peasy. And then, and plus they're cute. And then this is a Fire King mug that was 49 cents, which is unheard of in New Jersey. So got that little flower. I got this one because it was 49 cents and it's Fire King. And I can't remember if I sold it. I got a few of these a while back, but some of them were fruit and some of them were flowers. So I sold one of those and I can't remember which one, but anyway, it's cute. Sort of goes with the theme. And all stacky, which is fun. I got this thing, which I really like. This is an ice bucket. And got like a little horsey guy, golden aqua, and it's an ice bucket. Somebody in an Instagram story was talking about ice buckets doing really well. This came with something on top of it that I don't think is a lid. I think it was some sort of pressure cooker lid, honestly. It almost fit, but I got it. This is so cool. And I paid $2 for this. So, and it matches my glasses that I got back there with the horsies on them. Very cool. I can't fit that there. All right. Along with my theme of easy listing is old hangers. So some of these don't get a lot of money. They get more than you would expect, but they don't get a lot. But because, again, you're just sort of copying listings over and over again, they're pretty easy. So even creating listings for similar but different ones. So like this is one type of hanger that's done well for me. And I say like individual ones like this, somewhere between $7 and $10 for a hanger. I usually try to do them in pairs or multiples. So if I have like 6 of them, I'll do them for like $18 plus shipping. If I have 2, I might do it for like $7 plus shipping. I do individuals if they're really unique or I do them cheap. But I try not to just do individuals because it seems like a waste of time to send something out for $3 plus shipping. But anyway, so this one's really, really cool. I like that. It's their neck, whatever those things. I have no idea what these hanger parts are called. These do well. These are like the padded quilted hangers. So underneath these is just a wooden hanger, and then they've got the quilting on top. Even if like this one has like a magic trick. Whoop, it's coming apart, but that is not necessarily a downfall for some of these because it's got that sort of shabby, you know, jacked up look, which a lot of us like. And also I had a couple of hangers where these pieces had come off entirely and it just had the tattered little bows. And I sold a set of those because they looked really cool, honestly. So anything, you know, you can tell what looks cool and what looks like it just has to be gotten rid of. So those are cool. Same thing, like a pair of these for like 10, 12 bucks, depending on the condition. I had a pair, I have a few pairs listed that have like a floral design on them. They're really pretty and they're a nice shape. So I think I have those for like a pair for like 12 or 13 bucks. So I haven't tried listing these yet, but I found these guys and they were really cool. So I think I have 2 or 3 of these. So I'll put those up in a group, same price range. But all of these, you're just copying, tweaking a little bit and posting it. Oddly, one of the ones that have sold the best for me are these. So it's just a plain wooden hanger and it's got these notches on the end. These were called dry cleaning hangers. So I assume back in the day when things were still fancy, this is what you got at the dry cleaner instead of the garbagey wire ones we get today. People really like these. I sell these probably the most. So I've been trying to make sure I pick those up when I see them. These are the ones, you know, 6 for 18 bucks, whatever. People have been buying them for their wedding dresses and things like that, which is surprising because to me, they're a little bit plain, but they're cool. Here's another variation. I like these painted ones and I like those notches. They're really cute. This one's pink. So I have a pink one and a something that's another color, white or green. I can't remember. So I pair those up because they're cute. Let's see. These always do well. The advertising hangers. I only have 1 set of these listed on Etsy right now, and I've had them up there for quite a long time. I initially had 2. One of them sold after a long time, and the other one has been up there for really long. But I think that the set I have up has a mix of plain and advertising. You can sell these individually. I would say between 7 and 10 bucks also. I have a set of 4 up right now, and I think that probably what's on here makes a difference. Like, you know, if it's like an old Macy's or something like that, they're recognizable. It's going to be more money, but even when they're not, it's just really cool, right? And I like using stuff like this for my listings as well. So I use these like when I do guys' clothing. I have to do it on a wall with a hanger, so I'll try to use hangers like this because I just think it looks cooler than a stupid like velvety hanger thing, right? I don't get these too much, these padded ones, usually because they're in crappy shape, and I don't know how popular they are. I don't usually like them myself, so I just haven't gotten them. This one was really pretty, and I've used this for listings as well in the past. It's cool. And then this one is super fancy. So this one I'm not listing. This is a brass hanger, and I originally got 4 of these. And I sold 2 of them. So it's really elaborate and pretty. And this is heavy also. And I sold 2. These go for a lot. Like I'm talking 40 to 60 bucks for a hanger. So I kept 2. I sold 2. I also use these for my, when I have to hang stuff on a wall and it's a little bit more feminine. I've considered selling another one, but I haven't done it yet because, you know, what if I lose one and then I don't have one anymore? But anyway, they're really cool. And obviously weddings and things like that. These had some sort of sticker on them when I originally got them. I think they were made in Italy. So it's really cool. Very, very cool. All right, there's that. Let's see. Now I gotta like dig through my stuff for stuff. Okay, this, I can't remember if I showed this to you guys or not. So if I did, time ago, because I haven't done this in a while, but from satin derby disco kind of jacket. I wanted to keep it, but it's a little bit short on my very long torso. So here's the tag for it. That's cool. And the size 36. I have to get it dry cleaned because it needs to be. And I think it's, no, it's not reversible. It was really cool and fit me because it's awesome. I'm going to probably do this. I think I paid like $8 for this, maybe. It might have been less. Avalanche just happened. I'm going to try and sell it for between $4 so on Etsy, most likely. This thing, I'm saying that I'm keeping it. I'm probably keeping it for a while, but I will most likely ultimately have to sell it because it doesn't, it fits me. I just don't have the physique to really pull it off the way I would have when I was 20. But, so this is a little jacket, right? Here, hold on. I'm gonna make it fancy for you. And, you know, visible so you can see what I'm doing because it's, I can't. So, right. I'm not zipping it obviously, but look at the, there's a lady there. The metal zipper, and then this is the back. Oh, I love this thing. I got this at a Closet. They told me that that this had just been dropped off that morning. A woman dropped off a whole bunch of 70s stuff, and that day I paid $18 for this, maybe. It was under 20, 13 or 18, I don't remember, but it is amazing. I love it. Satin sleeves. So it's cropped on me. It comes like right below my rib cage. It's awesome. I have to clean it because it doesn't look bad. It's actually got a little pit stain action, but it doesn't show up very well in most light. So you may be able to see that. No, I don't think you can. Anyway, not that you don't know what pit stain looks like, so who cares? I love this. If I sell this, I'm gonna sell it for a shitload of money. Like, I would try to sell it for over $100, like maybe Union Blue with the tag. And I would try to sell it for that much because it's awesome. And it's really, so I love it. Let's see. Up there. Okay. This, I talked about my Instagram. There's children outside that's making very bizarre noises. I got scared. All right. So, ooh, well, let's see. I can't like, there. Now you can't see my mess of a room. Anyway, this is like a crazy eagle lamp mirror. I saw somebody on Instagram talking about these, some guy in an Instagram story or maybe a YouTube interview, I don't remember, but he was saying they sell for decent money. So I saw it, it was $5, so I bought it. And this should be able to go there. They go between Etsy and eBay, consistent, like $40 to $100. There are some that are smaller versions of this, and then there are some that are listed as cast iron. This is plastic. This is Sirocco, which is a company that did a lot of weird plasticky, kitschy wall hanging stuff like fruit and shit like that. Weird, ugly roses for your wall. So I'm guessing I'm gonna at least get 40 for this. I'm going to do more like 60, but we'll see. Give it a shot. So anyway, cool. All right. Let's see. They said some of them were made out of cast iron. I cannot imagine A, hanging that cast iron thing on your wall, and B, shipping it. Right, this is some Salvation Army too. I always do this. Like I am a terrible checker. Like when I go to a thrift store and buy stuff, I think that I look it over, and then I get home and I find something, and I'm not good at looking things over. But I bought this tie. Ties are easy for me to list because I have a lot of ties listed. So you're sort of copying again. It's a skinny tie, which are cool. They were big in the 60s, and again, also, this was the tag, a little bit older than the 80s. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see it really well. It has sort of like this Asian print on it. You hear everything falling behind me? I think they're like boats or houses or something. It's really pretty. It's like a coral on gray. There's like a spot there. I don't know if it's a stain or a burn or whatever. I'll try to get it off spot cleaning, but it looks a little funky. Anyway, really cool. If it didn't have the stain, I would probably be trying to do 18 to 20 for this, but with the stain, I have to see. I don't know. It's still really cool looking. And I always like using ties as like belts or you know, headbands. Like, not like that. Like, whatever. I can't. Okay. Let's see. Like Christmas. Oh, I like this one a lot. And this was like $4 at a unique thrift, which is like that. And through, and it's very cool. I had gotten a pair of eyeglasses a while back, like super vintage eyeglasses that were really cool. And they came in a case similar to this. And the seller had mentioned how that was like she called it by some name. And it was like a long time ago. I don't remember what it was. But it sounded like it's a thing. So I don't know. This is the same type of material that eyeglass case was made out of. But regardless, it's really cool. I don't know what this is called, but it's a really cool purse. And without looking it up, I would say like $25, unless it's something that people really fight for, and then it's going to be worth it. So, but it's pretty. It's got I don't know if those are real butterflies. That kind of makes me sad, but yeah, that's cool. And I got Lululemon, not vintage, obviously. So there she is, tank top. This one was $4. I've been picking up Lululemon whenever I see it for a reasonable price. There's a couple of places I go where it's more like in the $8 range, picking those up, unless like a jacket I will because they go for more. But tanks and pants, I don't necessarily sell them for a lot of money, depending on what they are, but I sell them consistently. So when I put up Lululemon stuff, it often sells fast, or it prompts other stuff to sell. So I've been doing well with it. Jackets do really well. There is a type of pant called the studio pant, which is like this is the Lululemon, like stretchy, normal, spandexy stuff. The studio pant is almost more like a nylon track pant type of material. And the ones I've seen have like micro stripes. And I just sold a pair of those for 40 or 50 bucks. I have a pair that I love. I don't even like stretch pants and whatnot, but I tried them on. I think I had to go somewhere and I just threw them on because I didn't have anything clean. And they're so comfortable. Like, they're so comfortable. I don't even like them. And I've kept them because they are amazing. Anyway, so I pick up Lulu just for some movement in my eBay. And I feel like you guys probably know this by now, but Lululemon they use paper tags in their items. And so you can pull them out so it doesn't have a tag. So you know it's Lulu because it's got that thing, right? But they usually have what they call a size dot somewhere. In these tanks, it'll be like in these inner pockets where you can stick a bra pad, and it'll be like right in there. So that's the size dot. This is a size 10, which is good. There are some pieces that don't have size dots, which is really annoying. The pants will usually have them in a tiny waistband pocket. I have a jacket that didn't have one. I don't know. So if I don't have a size dot and it's got no tag, I take the measurements and then I just hunt through eBay for somebody else that took measurements and then try to figure out what size it is based on that. It's time consuming, but I'd rather put in a reliable size. Oh, I know the studio pants. I think I have, oh, whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to torture you guys with that. Oh, that's cool. All right, what is this? Oh, this is a Free People shirt that I got. I don't know if I'm going to sell it. I don't have a lot of like desirable hang out around the house kind of wear. I got this at a Goodwill, and this was like, I don't know, $8. It's a Free People shirt, and it's super, super comfy. And so, and I like it because it looks nice and it's super comfy. So I don't feel like a slacker cleaning my garage. And so this is another one. I have a blue one like this. That's okay. I wore it because it's cold and it has sleeves. So that's cool. I'm going to look it up. If it sells for like some stupid amount of money on eBay, I'll sell it. Some of these free peoples, as you guys know, sell for stupid amounts of money for no real discernible reason. We'll see. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, this is a skirt. It does not look like any techie stuff is popular currently. I think that's $3. I can't read that really. The brand is Peruvian Connection, and it sells for some good money. I had a dress and a sweater that both sold for like the $50, $60 range, which is a little surprising to me. I mean, you could tell that they're cool. You know, you could tell that it's something that people like. You know what I mean? It's got a nice quality and they're well done, but they were going for more than I would have thought. So I got this. I think this sold on eBay for like $30 or something. But it's another one too that I feel like gets pretty quick attention in the shop, which is nice too. All right, this y'all know about the panty people on eBay. So these are really cute. Little tap pants. They're obviously wrinkled. And these are probably like 70s, I think. They were $3. I like the tag. I don't know if it's always a problem. There. And then got this guy down here, right? Henson Kickernick is what that's called. I spend all this time trying to like unfurl tags, and you guys are probably like, we really don't care that much. Anyway, the only problem with these is that the elastic is a little bit shot, but I got them because it still has some stretch. I like them personally. I love tap pants, and I just don't really find them that often. I don't find older ones. I find like 80s Victoria's Secret tap pants, which I don't like, but I don't like for me. They sell these, buy them. But anyway, they were cute, and they're sheer, which the eBay crowd tends to like also. So if you take photos of them like up against your window so that the light shines through, that's a good thing to do. This is like the pressure cooker lid for the ice bucket. You can see, I don't think that goes with the ice bucket. Whatever. This thing I really like. This is a 3-piece set. So I'll show you the jacket first because this is like a puppy quilted jacket. I love the print on this, like a bathrobe-y jacket kind of thing, right? This is Vanity Fair. And I think this is probably 60s. It's got these awesome little plastic buttons. I don't know if they're lucite. I am the worst at telling the difference between lucite and plastic and acrylic and bakelite. I don't know that I've ever seen I've seen bakelite, but I don't know. So anyway, they're at least plastic. They're cool. So that was like the little jacket, obviously like an Asian-inspired look. And then it goes over a pajama top with the same print. And it's got like the little mandarin collar. So it has this original Vanity Fair tag, but only the pajama top has it. The jacket does not. And there's also pants. The pants are solid color. So obviously they're wrinkled, but so I don't know if like the pajama top was never used, but the robe and the pants were, but it doesn't matter. They're in really nice shape, and it's 3 pieces and it's pajamas. So they're awesome. All right. And that is a 3-piece thing. I don't know, like the robe part itself, I would probably do at least 30 or 40. This one's cooler than, I get really cool ones, but they're usually very like goofy cool, like kitschy Mrs. Roper kind of cool. This one's a little nicer than that. So I think for the 3-piece set, I probably would go in the $60 to $75 range off the top of my head, not knowing what comps look like. Let's see. This is cute stuff. Oh, this bag too. Oh, this purse. This is so pretty. And I didn't really have to pop tags per se, but I got this at a unique thrift value village savers, whatever, right? So this is really old. The beading is well done. And the rhinestones are the old prong set rhinestones. So like nowadays they kind of just glue them on. In the past, somebody's about to cat fight, FYI. In the past, they've also like sewn them on like plastic ones. So these are just nicer. The way this bag works, you've got this. Hold on, this is not going to end. Hey. Oh my gosh, come on. Stop that, please. Stop. Don't bother her. Okay. Oh my God. Sorry. The kids were fighting. So it's got these little flaps on either side, right? And then the flaps open, and then it becomes a bag like that. And that's how you get into it, right? It's, in my opinion, not the easiest to manipulate. Like you can't stand on the curb and like dig in here for your keys, right? But it's beautiful. So you can't see inside. And the brand on this is one that I had not heard of before. It's Mitch, I think. Oh, Milch, M-I-L-C-H bag, made in France. I don't know if I can show you this because of the way this bag. Yeah, I can. Look at that. So I don't know what this will sell for, but it's so beautiful and it's so well done. The beading's all intact. It's really different. I mean, I'm going to guess this was 50s-ish, but it reminds me of like 30s pieces. I don't think I'm sure it's not that old, but that's the vibe I get from it. I love it. It's so pretty. It's a great clutch. Let's see. What else do I have? Oh, this is cute. I don't know what era this is from. So I'm not even totally sure that it's vintage. I think that it is, but it was a really beautiful lace. So it's a dress, and it's sort of like a straight cut mini dress. Yeah, pretty mini. And then the sleeves have these cute little wedding dress sort of buttons on them. The reason that I got this, besides it's just pretty, but the lace is beautiful and really just well constructed. And then, so it's that, I think this is, I don't know if this is called soutache. Soutache, more elaborate, but this has the lace, and then there's like another layer of netting behind it, I think. So it's got a nylon zipper. There are no tags in it. The thing that made me think that it was a little bit older was this inside. So this isn't really a shoulder pad. This is like some stiffer fabric. I'm not going to bother breaking this up this one. Joplin is laying on the pillow, and Elvis wants to lay on the pillow. So he's staring at her until she moves. She's growling at him, but he can't hear. They're smacking each other, and Joplin just lost that fight. So there you go. Anyway, this stiff thing here, I've seen this in a couple of pieces, and what it does is it gives that little poof. It's poof, right? Just gives it a little bit of shape so that it's not totally flat. This one isn't that bad. I've seen some that were really like super stiff, crunchy netting, and this is a little bit softer, but it's enough to just keep it in shape. So I don't know. This is really pretty. I have no idea what era it is. I don't care. I will put it on Etsy and just list it as before 98. And I don't know how much I'm going to list it for. I paid $8 and at least 60, you know. It's really well done. So this is, I did this in an Instagram story. So if you saw this already, I apologize. I got this at a Salvation Army as well. So it's a silk dress, and see there. Let me see if I can straighten that out better. It's like this woman, right? Really unusual and gorgeous, and it's, wow, it's really cool because it's pretty much the same on the back, except that, you know, the back is cut lower, but it is perfectly in line with the part on the front. Besides the fact that this is just awesome and gorgeous, the thing that really is amazing is Jean Paul Gaultier. And I paid $4 for this. Now, what really sucks is that oh my God, the Salvation Army, you know, they love to staple things. So it's all stapled into the silk. And not only is it stapled, but it's double stapled because, you know, they had to make this as challenging as possible. I usually just yank those off with my thumbnails. I can't do that with this because this, you know, there's probably going to be a hole on this regardless of how well I handle it, but I'm going to try and minimize the damage as much as possible. I will probably put this up on eBay for auction. Some of these pieces, the Jean Paul Femme, which I think are from the 90s, some of them have gone for like 60, 70 bucks, but they're not that interesting looking. And I just think that this is amazing. And I'm going to put it up for auction. I'm going to try and photograph it tomorrow, I think. It's really beautiful. So cool. I'm not trying it on. That'll just lead to trouble. This is really cute. This is a top that I paid $4 for. Obviously, it's gingham. So this is a pussy bow thing. It's not tied well, but I'll fix that. And then long sleeves. A little snappy, guys. The light is terrible for this. And this is a sheer gingham with a long zipper down the back. So I feel like it's probably a little bit, yeah, it's nipped in a little bit at the waist. This is going to be a really cute blouse, and it's got the collar sort of folds over and then is like a little more shaped than usual. So it's really cute. 30 bucks on Etsy. Let's see. This, oh, I have two similar pieces that I'll talk about. And I've probably talked about this before and you guys may know it, but I got this slip. This is a hot pink, which it does not look like it is. This is Olga. And let's see. So you see it's got that X in the front there. So there are some Olga pieces that go for a really nice amount of money, like 60 to 80 bucks. And they are slips like this, nightgowns. So it's like this fitted sort of bodice and then this wide skirt. Okay. The ones that go for a lot of money have like a lace diamond panel. So it goes like out like that and back in right under the bust. And it's got like just a nice shape to it. It sort of hugs the waist. The lace emphasizes the waist. It's really great. This is not that, obviously, but it's got a very similar cut to it. Why is this color? I have to figure that out. So hot pink. And this, on these things, the tags are usually in the bottom. So that's the tag, and it says, this is an extra large, which is also nice. Come on. This number here, the 92400, is useful. The ones with the lace, the number is different, and when you search for it, it does tend to bring stuff up. They use it. I guess, you know, sometimes there's a style number and it means nothing. I can't find anything on the internet. These are pretty easy to find. So I want to say this is called Body Silk, but I cannot remember. But this is one. So I'm hoping I'll be able to do this for around 60 bucks also. And on that same vein, I found this, which is also Olga and also Body Silk. And these were on eBay. I didn't look them up on Etsy yet, but on eBay, I want to say they were selling for around 30 bucks. This one's a decently common size. It's a 36C. Oh, this is called Secret Hug. That's what it was. So, and it actually has the name there. Here, come on. Why? Anyway, whatever. Secret Hug. Body Silk. How many YouTubers do you watch that are like doing this for 20 minutes trying to get the camera to focus? I don't know why we all feel the need to do that. Well, it's not going to focus. You can pretty much see what it says. So anyway, there's that. Let's see. Oh, yes. Vintage on Etsy is now 99 and earlier. Yes. Because it's 2018 now. That's good. Well, not 99, made before 99. So yeah, that's cool. That's it. Forgot about that. All right. These, I got them because they're vintage Adidas, but I did not try and look them up yet. They are these like track pant shorts, right? And the label there is like a little bit faded. It's got the tag. I suck at figuring out vintage Adidas, but what I have figured out, first of all, this one you can kind of tell because it's so old, right? Like that's old. The tag just made in USA. It's got the trefoil logo, but they brought that logo back and they're using it again. So I always look at the inner seam, and they tend to use tags with the QR codes on them, you know, that square barcode looking thing. So obviously it has one of those. It's not going to be vintage, right? So that's helped me a lot. But these were, and I don't ever find actual vintage Adidas, so I got super excited and grabbed it. And so I have no idea. These could go for $5. I don't know. I got them at a Salvation Army. They were probably $2, if that. Let's see. This is really pretty. I have to steam it. This is Adriana Papel. And obviously she still does some stuff currently, but this is older. And oh, there's the silk tag, made in Korea. It was a really pretty, it's a really pretty print, and it reminds me of 40s pieces. So I got it because of that, and because it's silk, and because it's vintage Adriana. There's some Adriana Papel pieces that do nicely on eBay, like current pieces that do nicely. I don't really pick them up much. So I figure because there are current pieces that still get a nice amount of money, that maybe vintage would have a nice following as well. And it's just a pretty blouse. I like it. So there's that. Let's see. These guys. Oh, no, that's not anything. That's all right. This I'm really sad about because I wanted to keep it and I just don't like the way it looks on me. Hold on, putting it back together. Look at that. That's awesome. I can't remember. I think there's no tags in it, but there's missing buttons. So there's only one. Oh my gosh, there's only one button left on here now. I don't know how to fix that light. There was a second one. It came off, but I kept it. Another one here. They're 70s looking buttons, which you can't tell because I can't make the light fix itself. But anyway, so cool. This is like a 70s with a 40s throwback look to it. I love it. I really wish that I liked polo shirts on myself, and I don't. And so I'm gonna have to sell it. Every time I've put it on, I just feel like I look like a high school boy, so I don't wear it. Let's see. Got a few more things. This is a cute t-shirt that I got today at a Goodwill. So this is the tag. Oh my gosh. It says St. Michael. I can't tell what the heck this is doing. It's a size 32. I can't remember. There was something that made me think this was a little bit more current. It was made in the UK. I don't know. It's probably 70s, I think. I don't think it's really more current than that. But, you know, nice like velour type of thing. And this will be really cute. 32 is pretty small. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like a boy's t-shirt or a small female. But this is going to be a really cute little hipster tee for someone. I don't know. I paid... This is a Goodwill in New York, so it's probably like $5, but I'll sell it for somewhere between 15 and 30, you know, at least 15. This I'm very excited about, but I have to hang it outside in the sunlight for like 6 months because it smells a little mothbally. So this is, you might be able to guess already. I'm going to show you the tag, if it'll show itself. Mm-hmm. There we go. Missoni. Ooh. Whatever. That says Missoni, trust me. And it's not Missoni for Target. It's like Missoni for Missoni. So that's cool. And it was, where's it made? Made in Tunisia. I was hoping it was made in Italy, but I'll sell this on eBay. And it's got its little cloth. So I gotta figure this out. I was so excited to have a light, and now it's jacking up on my business. Anyway, I paid $4 for this, so I can't smell the mothball smell now. Sometimes you get something that's got a faint mothball smell to it, and then like everything kind of smells like mothballs at that point, but I can't tell if it's just that my nose can't differentiate or that it really is mothies. So this is some Eileen Fisher I got. Another pretty reliable seller on eBay, and some of them go for nice amounts of money, 30, 40 bucks. Some of them do only go for 15 or 20, but this, so I know that this is an older Eileen tag. I cannot for the life of me find anything online that talks about which tags belong to which era. Eileen Fisher has been in production, I think I read since 87 was when she kind of came out. So there are pieces that are considered vintage at this point. I cannot find anything that talks about which tags are which. So I'll just end up listing it. It's a really pretty wool jacket. You know, it's a very typical Eileen piece. Her things are always beautifully made, and she has a nice following. Eileen stuff, you do just pretty much have to make sure that there are no flaws. You can disclose flaws, but they're really particular. So, and Eileen Fisher stuff, not that piece so much, but some of them are really fine knits, and so they tend to get snags easily, and you need to make sure that you disclose everything. They're nice customers. They're just very particular. I got this. This is All Saints, and it's a tank top. All Saints is fun. I mean, they're cool pieces. They're expensive pieces retail wise. It's a British brand, and usually when I look it up on eBay, I find more sold results from international sellers. But I know that it's a popular. I mean, I know I've seen it in Macy's and stuff, and it goes for a lot of money. And I think that their stuff is beautiful a lot of the time. They also tend to have the name of the product on the tag, which is super cool. So this is a Bandini racer vest, is what it's called. I won't show you because you're not going to be able to see it. But you know, it's just words, so it's not like even a secret code or anything. So this was $3, and I got this because it's also probably a pretty reliable and probably decently quick flip. This will probably be 15 to 20 bucks. I think that when I got it, I was hoping it was going to be more like 30, but I don't think it's going to go that high. So we'll see. What is this? Oh, this is more Eileen. This is really pretty. So here you can see different label. The other one was the big brown square. This is like a stretch silk. It's really beautiful. So that other jacket with the brown label was made in the US. This is made in China. And I think that she makes stuff in a couple of other countries as well. There was like a whole thing about that. But this is really pretty, $2.99. Probably 20, 30 bucks on eBay, obviously. And more Eileen. What is this tag? So this tag is yet different yet again. Also made in China. And I got this because the color was nice. And this is one of those finer knits that's easily pulled. So you have to be careful with them and just double check them. This is an extra large. Eileen's pieces tend to be very flowy and loose and easy. And I think they're popular, especially in the larger sizes. So, although Eileen is one of my mom's favorite brands, and my mom is super tiny. So, let's see. Oh, this I just got for me. It's Anthropology, Deleta, whatever. I got it because I don't have enough cool looking loungewear. So I'm trying to be like you know, comfortable, but awesome looking at the same time. Years ago, years and years ago, like in the late 90s, when I was working for AT&T Wireless, and we had a business casual dress code, and I did not like to wear jeans. Jeans just felt uncomfortable to me. So I always wore like dress pants. I used to wear Vertigo is the brand, and their pants were super comfy. It was before stretch pants and like jeggings and whatnot were really a thing. There were no stretch jeans that I remember at that time. And they were super comfortable and stretchy, but they were professional, and they were expensive pants, but I would get them on sale. This is before I thrifted. And I always just thought that like sweatpants and jeans, like who would wear those? Who wants to look like that, right? And now, all day at home like this. What is happening with the focus? Anyway, so I do still think that if you can wear fun looking stuff, like why wouldn't you do that instead of just wearing ripped sweatpants and an ugly tank top, right? I've definitely done ripped sweatpants and an ugly tank top, don't get me wrong. But I do it way too much, and then I don't shower, and then I sit around for 4 days like that, and that's not healthy. So anyway, Lululemon. Basic black tank. This is another one that I keep finding similar pieces. This is the Power Y tank. And you recognize this is a very specific back. I don't know how they managed to keep coming up with like literally bajillions of different styles, and they all have a name. If you're not familiar with it, there is a website called Lulu Fanatics, and it's like an archive of all the Lululemon stuff. Not all, but a lot of it. So little taggy guy. And this also does not have its paper tag, so size dot in the bra guy. These have been selling for me, I get 15 to 20 bucks. And I paid $3 for this. So not the profit margin I like, but because it goes fast and brings attention to my store, I get them. And plus, for some reason, I'm like, oh, Lululemon, I like it, but I don't wear it because it's like a cat hair magnet. The second you get cat hair on it, like you're done. So I think that's pretty much it. I don't remember if I showed you guys this or not. This is an 80s jumpsuit that I got. So it's crazy. The color is looking terrible, but it's got all these little heart buttons or gold tone heart buttons. And then the back has these like cutout details here. And it's like peg legged, and it's just fucking amazing. So I obviously have to steam it. It's a mess. I can't wait to steam it and get it on a mannequin and see what it looks like and figure out how the hell to photograph red and black with these lights. I only have one of the lights set up. I don't know if that'll help. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, that's pretty much all that I've got. And thank you guys who joined. Hopefully I'll do one of these again soon. I haven't been doing much because I don't have a good setup, and every time I want to set it up, it's like a production, so I don't do it, and I don't have good light, although I got my light, so I tried it. So anyway, hopefully I'll get back into good habits in 2018. All right. I hope that you guys are having a great weekend and make lots of money. All right. Bye.